All right, let's dive into another one. Today, it's Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
that Charlie Kaufman film that always kind of messes with your head a little bit. We're going to be talking about memory and love and identity
I
all through the lens of this film.
yeah.
You sent over this review by Roger Ebert, so I think it's a great place to start.
Yeah, Ebert. He always had a way of getting to the heart of even the most like complex, films,
Yeah, for sure.
especially the ones that are like out there.
Right, right. He starts the review with this really powerful image. He talks about visiting an Alzheimer's care facility.
Oh, wow.
And he's walking down the hallway and he's seeing all of these patients
Mm.
who are kind of lost in this fog of memory loss, and they're reacting in different ways. Some are anxious, some are angry, some are kind of just peacefully existing in the moment. Have you ever had an experience like that?
I have actually. My grandmother had Alzheimer's,
Mm-hmm.
and it was really tough, seeing her kind of slip away like that.
Yeah.
But there were moments, where she seemed like at peace.
Yeah.
Like she wasn't, struggling with the memories that were fading.
Yeah, it's a really powerful image, and it makes you think about, if memories are what make us who we are,
Right.
what happens when those memories are gone?
Yeah. It's like, are we still the same person?
Exactly. Are we still the same person? And that's one of the things that I think that Kaufman is really grappling with
Right.
in this film.
Yeah. He's always been fascinated by the way our minds work,
Yeah.
like how our memories shape who we are, relationships, everything.
And it's not just in Eternal Sunshine either,
Right,
right? I mean,
right.
he does this in Being John Malkovich
Right.
adaptation. But there's something about Eternal Sunshine that
Yep.
feels, it's a love story at its core.
Right. Right.
So it feels really relatable, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's interesting because he weaves these like really deep philosophical questions
Yeah.
into this like really relatable love story.
Yeah.
And it's not like he's hitting you over the head with it.
No.
It's very subtle.
It's subtle. Yeah. He trusts the audience to kind of come along with him.
Exactly.
Which is interesting because even the title of the film, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, is from a poem
Oh, that's right.
by Alexander Pope, Eloisa to Abelard.
It's such a brilliant title, and
Yeah.
it kind of like clues you into what the movie's going to be about.
Yeah.
Eloisa to Abelard, it's a tragic love story full of like forbidden passion and the pain of memory.
Wow. Yeah.
So by using that line, he's kind of hinting at the emotional roller coaster that Joel and Clementine are going to go through.
It's like we should have known from the beginning what we were getting ourselves into.
Exactly. Yeah.
So for anyone who hasn't seen this film, the basic premise is there's a company that can erase memories of specific people.
Right. Like if you have a bad breakup, you can just go and have that person completely erased from your memory.
Yeah.
It's wild.
It's
right?
wild. And the interesting thing is that Kaufman doesn't explain how the technology works.
Right. He's not interested in the science fiction of it all.
Yeah, he's not. He's interested in the fallout.
The emotional, the philosophical fallout.
The emotional, philosophical fallout. Exactly.
Yeah.
What if we could just erase the pain of heartbreak? Would we, should we?
Exactly.
And the way he structures the film, it's not linear.
Right.
It jumps back and forth in time between different points in Joel and Clementine's relationship.
It's like you're experiencing the fragmentation of memory firsthand.
It's like we're experiencing it firsthand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
I love that about the film.
It's not just a storytelling device.
Right.
It's actually reflecting how our minds work.
Exactly.
Messy, nonlinear,
Gaps and inconsistencies.
gaps and consistencies.
Yeah, it's how we remember things.
Yeah. And Ebert picks up on this too. He says that the film basically takes place inside Joel's mind.
Oh, interesting.
All the shifting locations,
Right.
the surreal imagery, it's all subjective. It's
Yeah.
all filtered through the lens of his memories and his emotions.
So we're not just watching a story unfold.
Yeah.
We're like in Joel's head,
Or in head.
experiencing his breakup.
And as he's unraveling,
Yeah, exactly.
it's really powerful, and it makes you wonder, like, how much of what we see is actually happening versus how much is just his perception of what's happening.
Right. It's like, what is reality when it comes to memory?
Yeah.
It's so subjective.
And that makes me think about something else Ebert said, which is that it's not just about erasing memories.
Yeah.
It's also about the power of those memories
Right.
to shape who we are.
To shape who we are. Yeah. Like if our memories define us,
Yeah.
What happens when we try to erase the parts of ourselves that we don't like?
Right, the parts that cause
The
pain.
parts that causes pain, yeah.
You know, what are the consequences of that kind of selective editing?
Big questions.
Yeah,
Big questions.
yeah, big questions. Yeah, it makes you wonder, would we even want to erase those painful memories? I mean, they're a part of us.
Right.
They've shaped our choices, our relationships.
I think, yeah, that's the dilemma that Kaufman's presenting, right?
Yeah,
There's no easy answer.
right.
Like it's like this very human tendency we have
Yeah.
to want to avoid pains, to want to be comfortable and seek out happiness and all that. But like, what if those painful memories are the things that make us who we are?
Yeah, what if they teach us something, What if they help us grow? What if they make us more empathetic?
Exactly.
There's that saying, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Right.
But, sometimes it feels like those memories are pretty darn close to killing us.
Yeah, and Eternal Sunshine doesn't shy away from that.
Right.
Like the film acknowledges that heartbreak is painful
Yeah.
and that when a relationship ends, you can feel completely lost and broken.
Yeah.
But it also suggests that maybe there's something valuable in holding on to those memories, even the painful ones.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. And
Yeah.
it's not just heartbreak, right? It's like we all have memories that we wish we could erase, moments of embarrassment, regret, maybe even trauma.
Right, right.
But would we be better off without them? That's the
Yeah.
the real question.
It is. And again, I don't think Kaufman offers like a simple solution.
No.
He's really just kind of putting it out there for the audience to
Yeah.
grapple with.
To wrestle with.
To wrestle with, exactly.
Yeah. And to consider all the consequences of manipulating our own memories.
Yeah, it's powerful stuff.
And one thing I thought was really interesting about Ebert's review
Hmm.
is that he points out that even though the film is dealing with these like really heavy themes,
Right.
there's still these moments of humor.
Oh, absolutely.
You know?
Kaufman is a master of that.
Yeah, like he can make you laugh one minute and then have you like, pondering the meaning of life the next.
Yeah, it's like a roller coaster
Totally, yeah.
of emotions.
And it never feels forced.
No, it always feels very organic
Yeah.
to the story.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
Like that whole subplot with
Okay.
Patrick, the office assistant who's like using Joel's memories to try to seduce Clementine.
It's so creepy.
Yeah, it's so creepy, but it's also so funny.
But it's funny, yeah.
Like you're repulsed, but you're also kind of laughing.
Exactly, and it makes you think too
It does. It does.
about like, the potential dangers
Yay.
of like manipulating memories.
Yeah, like in the wrong hands.
Yeah,
This technology could be really scary.
totally.
It's not just about erasing our own memories.
Right.
It's about someone else having the power
Exactly.
to erase or to alter our memories.
It's a scary thought.
It is. It is.
Like imagine a world where companies
oh yeah.
or governments
Yeah.
could access and manipulate our memories.
That's like some dystopian future stuff.
It is. It is.
But even without going that far, I mean, I think we're already seeing technology kind of blur the lines between reality and memory.
Oh, yeah.
I think of social media.
Right.
Right? I mean, we're constantly curating our online profiles.
We're presenting a very specific version of ourselves.
It's a very specific version of ourselves, yeah. And it's not always the whole truth.
Right.
So are we already manipulating our own memories in a way?
Yeah, it's almost like we're all engaged in this like kind of memory manipulation.
Yeah.
In a way, yeah, we're shaping the narrative of our lives
Yeah.
for public consumption.
Yeah, it's like we're all becoming our own little memory editors.
Exactly. And that can have a huge impact on how we see ourselves and how others see us.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a fascinating thing to think about.
And speaking of editing, Ebert mentions in his review that, Kaufman's films
Yeah.
often require actors who
yeah.
can really handle this kind of complex, nuanced material.
Right.
And he says that in Eternal Sunshine, Jim Carrey gives what might be his best performance.
I think I agree with that.
Yeah, he really sheds that comedic persona,
Right.
and he portrays Joel with this like vulnerability,
Yeah.
this rawness. It's heartbreaking.
It is. It is.
It's a heartbreaking performance.
And I think it speaks to the the universality
Yeah.
of the film's themes.
Yeah, yeah.
Like even someone like Jim Carrey, who we associate with,
Yeah.
over-the-top comedy,
Right.
can connect
Right.
with the pain of lost love.
Yeah.
And the desire to hold on to those memories.
Those precious memories.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a reminder that we're all human.
Right.
We all experience these things. We've all loved, we've all lost, we've all grappled with the complexities of memory.
Exactly.
And Ebert, he gets really personal in
Right.
his review too. He talks about visiting his mother in the hospital.
Yeah.
And how he would try to focus on the laughter of the nurses rather than the difficult realities of her illness.
Right.
It's such a powerful image.
It is.
And it speaks to our human desire to find a meaning.
To find joy.
Even in the midst of suffering.
Yeah, in the midst of suffering.
Yeah.
It's like we're hardwired to seek out
Yeah.
those little glimmers of hope.
Yeah.
Those memories.
Those good memories.
That sustain us.
Yeah.
Through difficult times.
Exactly.
It's like he's saying that we have a choice.
Right.
In how we remember things.
We do.
And that maybe focusing on the positive,
Yeah.
on the joy, on the connection,
Right.
can help us navigate
Totally.
the pain and the loss.
Yeah, I agree. That are inevitable parts of life.
Absolutely.
It's not about denying the negative or
Right.
pretending it didn't happen.
Right.
It's about recognizing that our memories are complex
They are.
and that we have the power
Yeah.
to choose
Then
which aspects we want to emphasize,
Yeah.
which stories we want to tell ourselves about our past.
it's powerful stuff.
Yeah, it is. And that choice,
Right.
it has a powerful impact on our present and
Yeah.
our future.
Right.
The way we remember our past shapes how we see ourselves,
Totally.
how we interact with the world, how we approach future relationships.
It's like we're constantly rewriting the narrative of
Yeah.
our lives
Of our lives, yeah.
based on the memories we choose to hold on to,
Yeah.
the ones we choose to let go of, and the ones we choose to reframe.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like they become part of our story, who we are, where we came from. But Eternal Sunshine takes that idea and just pushes it to this whole other level.
Yeah.
What happens when we actually erase those stories?
Yeah, can we really escape our past?
Right.
Or are those memories, even the bad ones,
Yeah.
woven into who we are?
Yeah, and if we could erase them,
Right.
would we even want to?
Right.
Because even though Joel and Clementine both make this decision to erase each other,
Yeah.
they still end up
Together.
together.
It's like some part of them
Yeah.
recognizes.
Honestly?
Yeah, subconsciously recognizes
Yeah.
that there's a connection there
Yeah.
that goes beyond just, what they can remember.
It's like love maybe can exist
Right.
even beyond memory.
It's powerful stuff.
It's powerful stuff.
Yeah.
And it makes you think about,
Yeah.
those people that we've had in our lives.
Mm.
Do we ever truly forget them?
Well, no.
Even if the specific memories, start to fade. It's like there's this echo, that stays with us.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's like those relationships, they leave a mark on us.
Yeah.
They shape who we are.
They do.
Even after they're gone.
So maybe Eternal Sunshine isn't really about erasing memories. Maybe it's about the power that those memories still hold.
Yeah, the way they shape us.
Yeah.
The way they haunt us.
Yeah.
And ultimately, I think the way they connect us to each other.
The way they connect us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I think that about wraps up our deep dive
Deep dive.
into Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Such a great film.
It's so good. We talked about memory, identity, love, all through the lens of this film.
It's thought-provoking.
It is. And Roger Ebert's review was a great place to start.
Oh, yeah.
He always had a way of connecting with people.
He did.
And sharing his love of film in a way that was really special.
Yeah, he was a gift.
So, to our listeners,
Yes.
if you could erase a painful memory, would you?
Mm.
Would it be a relationship? Would it be a mistake you made? Would it be a trauma that you experienced?
Right.
What would be the consequences of erasing that memory? Would it change who you are? Would it change how you see the world? Would it change how you relate to others?
That's a really good question.
It's something to think about.
Yeah.
And hey, if you're feeling adventurous, maybe watch Eternal Sunshine again with that question in mind.
Yeah.
You might be surprised at what you discover.
You might see it in a whole new light.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, until next time, keep exploring.
Keep questioning.
Keep diving deep.